Good morning. My name's Dave Newcombe, and this is the Panthers.com Coaches Show. I'm here with head coach Andrew Pauly and senior co-captain Aaron and Aaron Gustine. Aaron, it's been quite a week this week, and last weekend. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Aaron, last night you had a big win. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we had kind of a slow start to it, you know. We couldn't finish in the first half, but second half we talked about it during halftime. We came out during the second half, came out strong. I think we put 3 in within those first 10-15 minutes and never looked back. I mean, it was good on all parts. Ace of Fox is really playing well, you know. Kyle, Jay, Jimmer, everybody's really coming out to form right now. It's all coming together and it's looking really nice.
Aaron had, Asa had a couple of goals last night. You had some assists, so yeah. Why don't we first start? I wanted to ask you, just for the folks out in the audience, you know, where you're from and where you went to high school, what you're majoring in, a little bit about your family.
From Northern Virginia, Woodbridge, Virginia. That's where I basically grew up the whole time. Came from Forest Park Senior High School. Came here, started studying business administration with a management emphasis, economics minor.
So, Northern Virginia.
Yes, sir.
To Ferrum, Virginia. Talk about the difference a little bit and how you, in 4 years, the adjustment.
Yeah, it's a huge difference. I mean, you come here not knowing what to expect, honestly. So I came here, you know, at first I was one of those kids who were like, oh, well, you know, give it a shot. Kind of boring, didn't really know what to do, you know. But as you got into the system, it was knowing people, getting to know people, and they told you, you know, there's always this to do, there's always this to do. And after a while, you got into it, and you know, I fell in love with it out here, honestly.
It's a beautiful place.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
much different from being on the Beltway.
Oh, it's a way better than sitting in 45 minutes of traffic to go, you know, 10 miles north, you know, so.
Yeah, our biggest traffic jams at 5 o'clock when we try to get out on the maybe. But yes.
School buses in Rocky Mount.
Yeah, the school buses in Rocky Mount. Well, Coach Pauly, you have a great group of seniors this year, a nice core group. Do you want to talk about your senior leadership and certainly Aaron's?
Certainly. It is a great group of guys. They're really tight-knit. They're playing well together, and that's something that it's taken some time to grow upon, you know. And that's my first incoming class, so it's extra special to me, extra meaningful. But like with Aaron, for instance, he's always been a great player, but there's more than that now. You know, he knows what to expect coming forward. He knows what to demand out of the younger guys. So not only being a great player now, he's a great leader, and that's why he's wearing the captain's armband on game day and setting the tone in and out of class, in and out of practice, in and out of the games. You know, even study hall, got to have some leadership there.
Yeah, and certainly academics is important, and that's why you're here to get your degree. But you've had a lot of fun as a soccer player, and to see the change in the program from when you started, when you both started together, and now.
It has come a long way. That freshman year for this first class, you know, I was kind of preaching of patience. Patience, it's going to come. You are the start, you are the foundation, and we're going to build on that. And so each incoming class has helped take that next step forward. But these guys have seen it from start to finish. Some of the new guys in the program, you know, they kind of expect to come in and have a winning record. And that's where we are right now. But the perspective is huge. With that first class, they've seen where we've come from and how much work it's taken. And it's been your work, it's been my work, it's been, you know, collective.
It's been nice to see it finally pay off, you know, after all the work and all the patience we put into it. I mean, it's been work here, work there, work in, work out, you know, off season, in season. And the accumulation of work is just, it's nice to finally look back and be like, wow, that was the right thing to do, that paid off, you know, so.
So you paid your dues in your freshman, sophomore, even junior year, and now you're looking. You have 8 wins, 4 in a row. You had a great weekend last weekend. Talk about your weekend last weekend, both of you.
It was a long road trip. Some of our conference games require 8 to 10 hours of travel now, so we try to get a few games on those trips. So we were able to get 3 games in 4 days.
College.
Huntington, LaGrange, and then we also played my alma mater,
Right.
Warren Wilson.
Right.
They all turned out to be pretty close games, even though, you know, I truly believe we were a much stronger team than those others.
Yeah.
It just took a little while to
Yeah.
be on that winning end, and it's good practice. It's, you know, it's good shooting practice. It's good. You know, you have to approach games differently when you're the underdog or the favorite, and so being able to put those games away, that's an important skill too. So we've been able to work on that, and obviously last night that showed. So
Boy, it's great being a favorite, though, isn't it?
it is.
And you had an overtime game. I think you had a winning goal in one. Maybe that was Huntington or LaGrange.
LaGrange.
Would you like to talk about LaGrange?
Yeah, actually, I mean, LaGrange was a good
They're-
game. You know, they
they're
played short out of the back most of the time. You know, kept it close, made a step high early, but I mean, we stayed with our marks in the middle most of the game, which really gave them. I think we dominated mostly. We had more shots. You know, definitely they really had not much possession at all. It was more long ball to the corner from their outside backs after playing it short from the goalie. But I mean, we just couldn't finish in that game. I mean, me personally, I gumped a couple.
Yeah.
You know, so it was.
They caught us on offside a lot.
Yeah,
Dump-
definitely. They played a high
Dump,
line.
it's meaning like a whiff.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
yeah,
you
kinda.
dump-
Kind of hit it right at the goalkeeper.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
gotcha.
But they were playing a pretty disciplined offside trap, and they got us, I think, 14 times that game. Where
Yeah.
we think we're through, but we had stepped a little bit too early,
Yeah.
and they were, you know, had pretty nice flat back
They
lines.
did play good high line. Yeah, their center back did
There's a
step
lot of
well.
strategy in soccer.
In every sport, I believe.
Now, one of the things that happened, you know, at your alma mater was kind of, doesn't usually happen, and it happened to you. What happened against that club?
I'll brag on him a little bit.
Brad.
A hat trick is when you score 3 goals in one
Right.
game,
Right.
and it really changes the whole shape of the game.
Yeah.
If anybody's scoring 3 goals, rarely would anyone score a hat trick and they not win that game. So, you know, you responded really well. Actually, it was right after Warren Wilson scored their first
Right.
goal. It was a little bit of a fluke. They got a corner kick. It was a loose ball in the box, and so that made it 3-1. And so that's sometimes when teams tighten up a little bit. It's like, wow, this other team can score. But our immediate response, you know, you had your head up, you're dribbling the ball in a little bit to a threatening area, picked your head up, saw the goalkeeper was out of position, and just tucked it in right behind him. You know, it was a very composed finish, making your 3rd goal of the game. I think you're their nemesis right now because you had a really nice goal against them last year as well. So, you know, a huge impact that game. And it turns out that 4th goal for our team, you know, that was the game winner. So very important. You got all 3 of those.
4-3 win there, and that's fun. It's fun when you're scoring a lot of goals. You know, 5-1 last night.
It's fun when everybody's playing well. I mean, it's
Right.
nice just to knock it around the field and
Right.
just have the game just flowing so nicely one way to the other. And it's really nice to see it all coming together right now.
So not only have you come in with your coach with a bunch of seniors this year, but you have a facility here that's a lot different than it was. Talk about your facility a little bit. Your field.
Well, it's top class.
This Hank Norton Center.
Top class. The field is always, you know,
Gustine.
it's great. It's in great shape. Even though we had a very wet weekend a little while ago and cut it up a little bit because the field was softer, it's rebounded really well. You know, field maintenance personnel is doing a lot of work on it to keep it nice. It's one of the nicest fields in the conference. And then not only that, but the lights letting us play these 7 o'clock starts. You know, it's a little bit cooler. You know, a lot of great energy under the lights.
Gets a crowd.
And-
Love the night
crowd
games.
comes
And
out.
now that we have this building kind of shielding us in, it's really enclosed the atmosphere. We have a fantastic locker room right next to the field. No complaints. No complaints.
Yeah, for a Division III facility, I think it's as good as it gets, and as you go around the league. And speaking of which, the schedule you have is you'll have some league games here and some real serious competition.
October's going to be tougher than September
Yeah.
was. We play the best teams in our conference, you know, in the next few weeks,
Yeah.
and so we need to take this momentum,
Yeah.
play with confidence, and take the show on the road.
Yeah,
Surprising
exactly.
surprising
But
people.
most of them are going to be home.
Mm-hmm.
5
true.
in a row at home.
True.
That'll be nice. You get that home cooking
Mhm.
and get to use this beautiful facility. And,
Yeah, we get to see our wonderful fans. I mean, fans are really,
Yeah.
they don't understand how big of
Yeah,
a role
it really
they play,
helps.
you know, but it does. It's always nice to have someone there, you know, cheering you on. Like makes you think you're doing something worthwhile, you know, even more so.
Yeah.
Than just working as hard as you can for your teammates, even more so. You know, you have
Right,
someone there, you
yeah.
got the school behind you.
Right.
It's
Right.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah, and that, I know our student government, that's been one of their big points of interest, has been trying to raise school spirit, not only for football and basketball, which we do a lot, but the women's sports, the men's sports, the soccer, and volleyball, and those kinds of things. So, yeah, so the facility's a good thing, and the schedule, we'll travel this weekend, right? We go to North Carolina Wesleyan.
They're a good squad. You know, they often have a lot of internationals.
Yeah.
And, you know, they have their up days and their down days. But I
Right.
think talent-wise, what they bring to the table is up there with the nationally ranked teams. So it's going to be a challenge, but I think if we have our defensive resolve and we're organized, you know, we're going to keep it in, and it's going to give us a great shot at. This would step us up into that top bracket of teams to win the conference.
Yeah. So we'll have 5 home games in a row. Then after that, after we play North Carolina Wesleyan down in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. And then we'll be back for a homestand. Fans come out and see this fantastic team. You'll see some wonderful talent like this young man here, Gustine. Guys, thanks for coming on to the show, and good luck. I'm really happy the way things are going for you guys. You deserve it.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
All right, and next week we'll be having Coach David Harper and possibly a player or two from the football team, and we'll look forward to that. We have our big centennial weekend this weekend here on campus, and hopefully many of you will be here to help us celebrate 100 years. Until next week, this is Dave Newcombe saying so long.